And welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Texas Longhorns.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
On the court for Michigan, Ellis is out there with Smith. And there's Flash, then it's Jones, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard. Here is Edwards, pass to Freak, takes the 13-footer, one up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set. Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country. They have an impressive basketball alumnus list, too, though. A lot of pros have come out of Texas. You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
On defense, Michigan. With the Texas Longhorn program, they have had a lot of NBA talent through the years, Greg Durant being the biggest name, but there are plenty.
Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge is not far behind in terms of his impact. Tristan Thompson, DJ Augustine, Avery Bradley. Been a lot of great Longhorns to play in our league.
And that one's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Edwards passes the Freak. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Wow. What a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes is one half of watching Freak play when he's hot like this to know stardom is in his future.
There's the dish to Doherty. Pass to Freak. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Freak's got 8 points.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
And Michigan has possession, trailing by 2. Freak in at center. Richmond is out there with Edwards, and it's Warwick in at the 4-man position. That's good. That's now 8 points for Smith.
Buckets coming in bunches right now. He is just being big time.
And for the Wolverines, they've got Smith. Taylor is out there with Jefferson, and there's Flash, and it's Banks in at the 2 guard. Now here's Freak. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball, really in all sports. The school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
Ellis is checked in for Michigan. And rush kicks to Edwards. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. And once again off the mark by Michigan. Now Texas with it. And a wide open look for Freak. Nailed from three-point land. Freak's got 11 points.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Kicks it to Richmond. There's Freak. No good. Now the Wolverines take it the other way. Screen by Ellis. It's Banks with the drive. That's tipped. Longhorns leading by 3. Now Rush. Edwards passes to Warwick. And there's the 3-second violation. A platoon swap here for Texas. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And, guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Freak, he's in at center. Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the power forwards position. And for the Wolverines, Jones is out there with Ellis. And it's Smith, and there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot. Now, here is Smith. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8.
You know, you hear about the once-in-a-generation player, and Freak just might be that for his generation. Big men can be most impactful on the floor, and boy, does he change a game.
That is what's so great about Freak. Even when he isn't scoring, you can see his presence on the floor. That is what great big men do. You can see how special of a player this kid has a chance to become.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
And it's Freak missing.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And Doherty kicks to Ford. Ellis, the pass to Edwards. Five on the clock. Fires the 3. Texas, no good that time either. And thinking back to the Fab Five, there were 5 freshmen, all brought in the same year, and they all started.
Yeah.
Texas trails by 4. Freak in at center. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4 spot. Ellis dishes to Freak. Shot to end this cold run, and that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Guys, you keep trying to force the issue. Take the D head on. Sometimes it backfires, and that's been the case for him. He's trying to do too much.
Smith checked in for Michigan. Here is Knight. He dishes it to Smith. Ford with the steal. Oh, and a fast break now for the Longhorns. From 10 feet out, Doherty, no luck. The Wolverines leading by 4. Right on the wing. 1:10 left here in the second half. Gordy against Smith. Texas grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
There's Freak. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
And he commits the intentional foul. Michigan making some changes. Ellis is checked in for Wright. Jones comes in for Taylor. And Flash is subbed in for Knight. And no good this time on the 1-1. And here's Texas. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. There's Freak. Misses off the right iron. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
And a wide open look here for Ellis. Texas no good that time either. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his third personal foul. Shooting for the line.
And he comes up empty, missing the first of the 1-1. Freak. No good. And so it's Michigan winning this one. A truly gutsy. Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Texas Longhorns taking on the UConn Huskies.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
On the court for the Longhorns, Freak, he's in at center. Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Gordy, and it's Ford in at the 4 slot. Now Now here's Freak. Splitter covering. Here's Freak. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Freak's got his second basket of the night.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor, and he's very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Just 5 on the clock. And Joseph kicks to Splitter. And that one comes up a bit short. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
Here is Day. Pass to Keith. Looking for Splitter. He gets it there. And he gets the bucket. Now Edwards. Now the feed to Freak. And he converts the layup. Freak's got 6.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Splitter passes to Day. Here is Keith. Kicks it to Joseph. No one near him. And it's blocked. Now here's Doherty. Here's Ellis. And again, it's Texas converting.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Here is Keith. The Longhorns getting their last shot to go. And it's slammed in by Splitter.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent.
Both teams deciding to change it up. UConn trails by 9. On the court for the Longhorns. Freak in its center. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty. And it's Warwick in at the power forward position. And Joseph kicks to Martin. Now the pass to Joseph. UConn moving that ball around. Splitter. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Splitter's got 6. Well, you could pick any team in the NBA and name a Husky that played for him at some point. UConn has had a big impact on the NBA.
I mean, UConn has had a lot of NBA talent pass through their school. I mean, it speaks volumes about how well they are able to develop talent and win championships.
And that one's good. Freak.
Worked that one inside nicely.
UConn with the ball. 9-point game. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
And, you know, you look at the Huskies.
Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
We've got Keith, and it's Splitter in at the center, locking down the middle. On the court for the Longhorns, Freak, he's in at center. Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4 spot. There's Freak, and it's going to be a 3-second call. UConn trails by 12. Day dishes to Joseph. Martin with a screen on Edwards. Pass to Keith. Shot clock at 6. Back to Martin. Goes up on the high post. And it's Freak with the rebound.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
He dishes it to Ford. Freak with it. He's against Splitter. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. For Texas, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Boy, how about the Huskies and the success they've found in the tournament over the years? I mean, 4 titles for that program and all, with the first coming in '99. They've been absolutely dominant the past 2 decades.
Longhorns leading by 12. Feeds it to Doherty. Davis sets a screen. And Doherty kicks to Thornton. To the inside. Here's Freak on the money with the open jumper. Freak's got the lead up to 14 now for the Longhorns.
There's got to be some defensive help there. I mean, the size difference is just too great.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. They've got Martin, and it's Posey in at the small forward. Here's Splitter. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Freak with it, and it's Martin picking him up. Here's Freak, and again it's Texas converting.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Longhorns leading by 11. Ford, that's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Splitter. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Here's Ford, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
Edwards with it. 1:19 left here in the second half. He kicks to Freak. 6 to shoot. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Texas.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's got to be frustrating to shoot so poorly when the other team is on fire.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
UConn with the ball. Trailing by 13. Down low. Here's Martin. Makes it off the glass.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
The tray. Good. And Texas leads by 14. Dane. Off on that one. So the Longhorns win it. This was a very strong